3 adventurers enter into a roguelike trivia dungeon. Only one will make it out alive. Get ready for Game Showdown. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Game Showdown, the penultimate episode of the season.
Whoa, I'm sorry, what is that?
That is right, the penultimate episode of the season. There's only 2 episodes left. Is this one and the next one?
Gotta make some moves.
Is the finale. Yeah.
Sounds good to me. We can just end it now. You know.
You got one more episode to cash this thing in, Greg.
I can't take it into the next season.
No.
Stars in the bank.
No.
You don't allow him to change that rule too? I shouldn't be giving you shit. You don't deserve
I was saying,
shit.
I've not done anything.
No.
You
You
know
can't
what
take
I
him to
mean?
the grave.
You know, Tim, I wasn't going to go in here.
Oh,
see what
wow.
you
You weren't
said
going to
about
go
you.
in there.
Dear Timothy, having just met Greg in person, all I can say is I'm sorry. You poor, poor man. I feel your pain. Much love to you. This is insult. Oh, it's from Langley M. Neely.
Thank you,
God
Langley.
damn it.
You got to meet Langley?
I did. Oh, yeah. Hung out with
That's
Langley.
fucked up. You didn't tell me about
He's
that.
tall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see why he's haunting these children.
Ah, man.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Langley. I love you.
I'm your host, Blessing, Adeoye Jr. I'm joined by 3 contestants representing 3 teams. We got Tim Geddes representing Team Orange. We got Andy Cortez representing Team Purple.
He was really waiting on him to say something.
I was going to say something, but I was out of... What I want to say is this is incredible. I love this. I love that I
set.
never know what to expect going into Game Showdown. Besides, I'm going to win. But, like, besides that, I never know what's going to happen. And this, I do not know what's going to happen today. But
I
I'm
laughed
excited
at the
for it.
reaction, Tim, because it felt like in the middle of that, you realize, oh, I am Team Orange.
Well, there was that too. There was that
Tim
too. I'm not
Geddes.
happy about it.
And, of course, we have Mr. Stars in the bank. Greg Miller representing Team Blue.
Tim, it's been nice knowing you, but just like KFAF, parentheses, you monster, it's time to go. We'll miss all the bomber...
Jackets?
He doesn't know. That's what you'd think, but it's like bomber / members only jackets. But hey, let's be really is what it says. It's just a
Be really
lot
real.
of valor. No, again, I'm reading the fucking words, Tim.
Yeah.
Don't try to fill in the gaps if
Was it from Rimothy?
Kim, Bailey, Rimothy, I don't. Yeah, this person. Listen, someone check Chicago. Someone had a stroke writing this note. Someone check
Chicago.
Someone check Chicago.
Chicago.
Something happened. I was streaming the other night, and something happened where we were gonna start making fun of Greg, and I was like, yeah,
Of course.
fucking Greg, and I went, no, chat. Actually, I'm not gonna. The heat's on Tim.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trying to get
Great.
the heat over here.
Yeah, that's a
Pass that one
good
over to
call.
him.
You know how to play the game. I guess.
There's a
All
letter
right,
for
I'll
you.
open
A lot
this
of people
one.
brought sympathy cards for Tim
Yeah.
for the death of his star.
Timothy.
Thinking,
Oh, that's a
thinking
card.
of
Them
you.
ascending.
Oh yeah, Tim. We want you to know how sorry we are for your future loss. They added that there. You're in our thoughts and prayers. JK, you'll probably end up winning the season somehow in the end. Thank you. Somehow in the end. God, if we could only see the stats right now. Thank you to you and all of Kind of Funny for helping me get through an hour commute every day. Y'all are the best. Rachel from Ohio. Shout out to you, Rachel. You understand life.
KDG, let's get the stats up.
Tim sucks or let Tim host. Is that what that one said?
So this one says Tim sucks or let Tim host whatever gives him the most joy. Love at Po Magnum.
Yeah, a lot of these are nice to Tim.
It's
You know,
upsetting.
that's
I
great.
should have read them. I should have
Yeah.
edited them.
It's fantastic. You guys are the best.
Who would have thought Chicago was this fucking weak? But once they lose a shooting rising star like Greg Miller, no wonder they can't keep up. Am I right, Andy?
Yeah,
Gotta
man.
go fast.
Yeah, I love watching this show.
Gotta go fast. Adventurers, we're starting off with a power-up round. Whoever succeeds in this round... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's new graphics.
Whoever succeeds in this round will not only receive 10 points, but also their choice of a power-up. This is a round of bullet points. I'm going to read to you the details about a game one bullet point at a time. It is your job to buzz in and guess what this game is. You can buzz in once per bullet point. First bullet point. This game is set in the ruins of a post-apocalyptic fantasy world in which the player character navigates the terrain and fights off hostile creatures. Greg Miller.
Tunic.
Tunic is the correct answer. That is 10 points for Greg Miller. Holy cow.
New day!
Wow.
Now, you get 10 points, but you also
Hold on
get...
a second. I'm vibrating inside. Like, I am literally vibrating. Like, I can't believe that worked.
That's crazy. On the
I'm
first
still
bullet
waiting for
point.
Greg's stupid music to hit to reveal that like he was fed this information. How?
No, that was literally the right
Feel me,
answer
I'm
on the first
vibrating,
bullet
baby.
point.
Oh my God! Is this what it's like to be Tim every episode?
That was crazy.
Again, the one clue that Greg got it on was this game is set in the ruins of a post-apocalyptic fantasy world in which the player character navigates the terrain and fights off hostile creatures, which I thought Elden Ring was for sure
Yeah,
going to be
that
the
was
first
my
answer.
thought. Yeah.
It was
reach
something
deep in the
about
back
I
for
don't
Tunic.
think well I don't know much about Elden Ring, but I don't think post-apocalyptic. I can see
Sure.
in Tunic I can see the collapsed walls and everything, and then the creatures like are such a big part of your little Foxy game.
Fair enough, but then
And
I go
started
down
with-
the list and there's Shadow Colossus.
Well, no, sure, but I started with Zelda, and
Yeah.
I was like, like Majora or not, Ocarina of Time. You know what I mean?
True.
And then I was like, well, no, that wouldn't be post-apocalyptic.
Breath
But
of the Wild.
Zelda, well, no, I'm just an idiot. I just went from what's the Zelda clone? I got out of it. It didn't work. Why am I showing
You
my
got
work? I
there.
got the fucking answer.
Now you've got 10 points, and you also have your choice of reward. Now you can choose 3 options. You can get 30 points right now, 30 more points
Sure.
on top of your 10 points.
Yeah.
You can get 4 times the points for the next round if you get the next question correct over Andy and Tim.
Oh,
That'll
you
be
take
4
the
times
points.
the points.
You take the points, right?
Or
now.
you can open the secret chest that has a secret reward in it.
Oh, fuck. I never got to do the secret chest last time.
What do you want?
What if the secret chest is a mini briefcase? I like briefcases. You know what I mean?
You can put it as the big one.
Oh, no.
It's great options there.
Yeah,
think-
this is good.
Okay, here's the thing. Last time, we were all kind of bummed out. We didn't open the chest. And we were like, damn, we kind of, that would, we didn't even like put it to use. But I think the points right now, because Tim's going to whoop your ass the rest of this round.
Can I ask, did you fix this game? Because last time, remember how broken it was?
It definitely wasn't broken. No,
Remember
it
the
worked away.
chat, the comments pulled out a great thing that I shouldn't have lost my points. I should have stopped with the points I had and then try to be able to surpass
The
them.
whole point of the
Right.
game is that you lose your points. That's the
Yeah.
whole. It's the whole.
You
conceit.
get robbed.
I'm just letting you guys know it was broken, and it's
Oh,
still
if
is.
it was
And that was
broken,
when I
okay.
started not liking the game, and then the briefcase kind of brought me back.
Things were broken.
I'm not sure if that's the
yeah.
order of
I
operation.
think another major complaint was that Tim had the shield, which gave him a lot of protection. I think Tim got the shield out of the chest.
I did.
Yeah. That was
Things
the one time
were
he
broken,
opened
but
the chest.
also, like, you guys got to understand, Roger couldn't have made the mac and cheese at the studio. We don't have that here. Like, and it was just fine. So quit complaining, It was good, Raj.
Ever since I had to poop in that bush, I've really understood. 1 in the hands worth 2 in the bush. I'm gonna take the points.
Number
Give me
2
the
in the
points.
bush.
Oh, you're
Give me
taking the 30
points.
points?
Yeah, give me the points.
All right, that's going to bring Greg's score up to 50.
What was the poop?
Or sorry, not 50. Sorry, 40.
1,000,
Bring his,
listen.
his points up to 40.
You know what it is where you see the bathroom, you're like, I can make it. No, you can't make it.
Oh.
It's too late. I should have pooped in that. Why didn't I poop outside in that?
When was
public
this?
restroom? Years ago.
Oh, years ago.
Remember, this is Game Showdown. Kind of
When
funny.
I went to college.
Years ago, 2023.
Kind of Funny's nerdy game show that you can watch live right here on Twitch and on YouTube. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Spotify to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Anatoly Ost, Delaney Twining, Carl Jacobs, and Omega Buster. Today we're brought to you by Imperial, Factor, and Shady Rays, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's play Rogue Robbin.
He just looked at me like the drunkest uncle that was like just gonna give me some life news or like some really devil. He just looked at me.
It's just so good looking, the case.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it does look great. Roger.
It
did a
looked like
great
it was
job
like
on that.
superimposed in the shot when I slid into Blessing Shot.
The rules are
Sucks Tim
simple.
will never know what it's like to hold this beauty, sleep with it. Watch. You go like that and you go.
Barry just screwed you there.
I don't care.
Environment just sounds.
Barry thinks I'm gonna. I won't blink first. You got to go back to the Blessing Shot sometime.
Barry, I'm not continuing until you switch the shot.
Do y'all hear the environmental sound?
listen closely.
Lightly.
You hear that because, of course, oh, Jesus. This is Rogue Robbin, which is different from Round Robin. The rules are simple. You 3 are adventurers entering a roguelike trivia dungeon. Each round, I'll give you a question. You have your buzzers that you'll use to buzz in and answer said question. You can buzz in once per round. If you give the correct answer, that is 10 points. However, in this roguelike trivia game, any mistake means your points are wiped out and you start back from 0. So don't buzz in unless you're sure of the answer. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Round number 1. Many games have depicted New York City, but few have portrayed New York's towering structures with as much authenticity as the Spider-Man franchise. The tallest building in 2018's Marvel Spider-Man is Freedom Tower. The second is the Empire State Building. What is the third? Greg Miller.
Avengers Tower.
Avengers Tower is the correct answer for what is the third tallest building in Marvel's Spider-Man. That's dangerous.
Now, I don't want to make you, I don't mean to offend you or anger you.
Yeah.
But so right now I just got 10 points. That's great.
Yeah.
Are all 50 points now in this file, or is it just that 10?
The 50 points. If you fuck up, you lose your 50
I
points.
lose all 50
You lose
points.
all 50 points.
I fucking hate this show.
I love it. I love it. We're in a good place, Andy.
For reference, like I mentioned, the Avengers Tower is the third largest building there. 425 meters tall is what it stands at.
Oh.
Empire State Building, 442 meters tall. The Freedom Tower, 449 meters tall
Never forget.
in the game. The only way to measure that is there's a side quest, I believe, in Marvel Spider-Man where you have to like jump from like high spots in the sky and they'll like measure how many meters you're falling from. So that's how players figured that out, which is pretty cool to me.
Good job, players.
Round number 2. Between Civ 7, Mafia: The Old Country, and Borderlands 4, 2025 is a big year for publisher 2K. However, 2K is often known for their sports games, which have held the company down for a while as they've worked on upcoming titles. Before Civ 7, what was the last non-sports or racing game published by 2K?
Non-sports or racing.
What was the last non-sports or racing game published by 2K?
So, non-racing as well.
Non-racing. Before Civ 7, what was the last non-sports or racing game published by 2K? Tim Geddes.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Tiny
answer.
Tina's Wonderlands is incorrect. Of course, Tim with nothing to lose with 0 points. Andy or Greg, if neither of you have an
I got
answer,
nothing.
I'll reveal that the answer to the question, Marvel's Midnight Suns, in December 2022. That's how long
Yeah.
it's been. Round number 3. On September 27th in 2011, Lionsgate announced that they had acquired the rights to develop a film based on a video game's release trailer, citing its portrayal of a family desperately fighting. Tim.
Dead Island.
Dead Island is the correct
Good job.
answer. Of course, the question was going to be, what were they adapting? What video game were they adapting known for its zombie-infested world? That is 10 points to Tim Geddes. Round number 4 is another power-up round. Pew, 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 pew. Whoever succeeds in
Who are we
this
paying
round...
to make these graphics?
Roger Picorni.
Wow.
Yeah, of course.
Good
Shout
job,
out.
Raj.
Shout out Roger. Whoever succeeds in this
How's the
round
social clips coming?
will not only receive
Damn.
10 points, but also their choice of power-up. Wait, what'd you say about social? This is a messy mashup. I'm going to read to you a clue, which will be the description of a game. The answer will be the name of 2 games mashed up together. For example,
I don't like it because I'm so good at this one, but I'm so scared to hit the button. And I knew Dead Island, but I was off the button. I'm scared. I'm scared at everybody. But remember when I got to it?
That's crazy.
That's a highlight of my life in this
For
game.
sure.
For example, in this game, sneak through top-down corridors while defending the Earth from alien invasion. The answer would be Metal Gears of War. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Embark on a recently released narrative adventure by the devs that brought you Max and Chloe. Film your summer of 1995 and create memories of a lifetime with your new friends before something mysterious takes place. In this sequel, step into colorful first Tim.
Yeah.
Bloom and Rage 2.
Bloom and Rage 2.
That's
I'm going to give it to you. The correct answer is Lost Records Bloom and Rage 2. That is 10 more points.
he didn't know that part.
He didn't
That
know
was
Lost
perfect.
Records.
That was
I
perfect.
knew
Oh, that's
that
why I didn't
part.
say it. I knew it.
No one calls it that.
Tim, you get 10 points there.
Thank
and you
you.
also get your choice of a power-up.
Good.
You can go with 4 times the points for the next round. You can go for 30 points right now, or you can open the secret
I
chest.
got to open the box.
Roger, if you can
Snakes.
hand
What's in the
this
box?
chest to Tim as he opens it
If
up.
it's a mini briefcase, I'm going to be so upset.
Tim, go ahead and look inside that box. He's opening it up.
Oh, there's a lot of life.
So that is a patch. That patch allows you to steal an answer. That's a steal and answer patch. Between a contestant giving an answer and me revealing if it's correct, you can steal that person's
That's good.
answer.
That's good.
So if Andy buzzes in and answers a thing,
Ooh, okay.
before I give you the this is correct or this is wrong, if you say steal,
That's good.
you
Now-
can steal that.
I'm gonna not ask the question I was about to ask because I
All right.
might be getting shifty.
What a surprise.
You can only use this once. After you use it, then the patch is gone from you. You have to give it back to me. The question, this will only work if the question is open for you to answer. So, for example, if I'm doing like a tailored question for a specific person, if I'm just asking Greg, for example, you can't steal
Okay.
that. But as long as the question is open for you as well, then you can steal an answer that somebody's given.
Took a little asterisk.
Round number 5. What is this game? I'm going to describe to you a game, and I want you to buzz in and tell me the name. For this round, I'm going to read to you the Steam description. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Explore the ancient, mysterious world of this game as you soar above ruins and glide across sands to discover its secrets. Play alone or in the company of a fellow traveler and explore its vast world together.
I want to hit the button so bad.
Featuring stunning visuals and a Grammy-nominated musical score,
So it is.
Tim Geddes.
Journey.
Journey is the correct answer.
Man, I still thought we were a messy
It's
matchup.
that fear.
It's,
You know
I
what
can't.
mean?
I got too much to
It's the
lose.
fear.
I got too
We're
much
in
to
his
lose.
head now.
Round number 6.
This is what it's like. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
is. It is.
You know.
Thank you so much, Roger. Known for her work in roles such as Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn and Rachel in Mythic Quest, Ashley Birch burst onto the video game scene with a pivotal role as the character Andy.
Tiny Tina.
Andy says Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina is the correct answer.
Good job, Andy.
That is 10 points for Andy.
I
of
was
course.
close to saying that, and I was gonna go, "Hey, Ash, what you playing?"
Yeah. I almost buzzed in early and just said Ashley Birch. So.
Round number 7.
It's hard.
You've hit a challenge room. The challenge room features a series of questions, all within the same category. I'll have the person who got the previous answer correct choose which challenge room you want to enter. Andy, that's going to be you. Your choices are 2 categories: city to city or jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
We're going with jack of all trades. I'm going to give you 1-sentence clues for video game characters named Jack. Your task is to buzz in for each clue and tell me what game this character is from. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Your points are still on the line here. If you get it wrong, you lose all your points.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
First up, this Jack took over a corporation and declared himself dictator. Greg.
Handsome Jack.
Handsome Jack is the correct answer.
I'm so scared.
It's 10 points for Greg. Next, this Jack is accompanied by his sidekick, who was transformed. Greg.
Jack from Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter is
I don't-
correct.
so am I still saying game names or who the Jack
Give me
is?
the game name.
I apologize.
Yes.
Okay.
Next up, number 3. This Jack is a part of a series of robots which often compete in a combat tournament. Looks like nobody has an answer. The correct answer there would have been Jack from Tekken. Jack from Tekken. Next up, this Jack is the son of a well-known video game cowboy named John. Andy.
Red Dead, like Marston, John Marston, Red Dead
I'll
Redemption.
give that to you. Red Dead Redemption is the correct answer. That is Jack Marston that we're referring to there, son
I don't
of
think you
John
should give him
Marston.
that
The
credit,
brother
just
of
saying,
James
just
Marston.
Next up, this Jack was a passenger on an airplane that crashed near a lighthouse. Andy.
BioShock.
BioShock is the correct answer. That
I
is
was
10
so close
points
to
for
just
Andy.
hitting it and saying lost to Bill Thomas or whatever that fucking was. I was like, oh, no.
Next up, this Jack was a child soldier. Greg Miller.
The
Really?
force is, yeah, that's right. Raiden from Metal Gear Solid 2, and then Metal Gear Revengeance. And we know
Yes.
about, yeah, okay.
I'll give you Metal Gear Solid 2. The answer, yeah, Raiden, whose real name is Jack from Metal Gear Solid 2. Next up, this Jack is a squad mate on a space adventure and is also known as Subject Zero. Andy.
Mass Effect.
That is correct. That is Jack from Mass Effect.
Yeah, dog.
One more. This Jack is an American soldier turned vigilante and fights alongside heroes, including a big gorilla and a hamster in a ball. Andy.
Overwatch.
Overwatch is correct.
Soldier 76.
That is
I
Soldier
was hung up
76.
on the name. That's why I was going to wait. Oh, is it a game?
His real name
Good
is
job.
Jack Morrison, aka Soldier 76.
Jack Morrison. Ditch.
Yeah, Dutch.
That is the end of the challenge room, and that brings us to round number 8.
Damn, no reference to Jack from Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise.
Oh,
that
man.
would've
What are
been
we
a good
gonna do,
one.
Jack?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't think about that one. Round 8. The Orange Box, released in 2007, is a video game compilation containing 5 games developed and published by Valve. What were the 5 games included in this
Oh,
compilation?
God damn it.
Again, the Orange Box, released in 2007, is a video game compilation containing 5 games developed and published by Valve. What were the 5 games included in this compilation?
That's just not confident.
Oh, this is disappointing, guys.
I'm
I
just
know.
not
This
confident.
is disappointing, guys. Nobody's
got
confident
5.
I have
enough.
too many points to do this.
That's fair enough. If
And
no-
and how am I going to come in second place if I don't if I lose them right now?
If
Damn.
nobody wants to give an answer, I'll give you guys the answer. The correct answer would have been Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 Episode 1.
See, that's what I would have
Wow.
fucked up.
Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Yep.
Portal and Team Fortress 2.
Those episodes would have got me.
Yeah, I would have got.
Chill.
Round number 9. What is the exact English title of the most recent pirate-focused game in the series of video games formerly known in the West as Yakuza? Andy.
Like a dragon, pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is correct.
That's the most nervous I've ever been in my life.
10 points for Andy Cortez.
It's just like such a chilling effect. Because it's like, I know it, but do I know it that well enough? And like, do I know it that well enough to
Do you
get
want to risk it all?
I don't.
Round 10. You guys have hit a mini boss.
Ah, fucking shit.
Now, you're familiar with the rules. From here on, correct answers are worth 20 points. And I'm not
Happy I saved
asking
this.
I'm not asking questions to the group. These are tailored questions for each contestant.
So I can't steal these.
Correct.
You can't steal it unless it's open to you. So as you remember, some tailored questions, there's a part where if somebody doesn't get it right,
Oh,
they
sure,
then
sure,
get
sure.
passed
Got it,
on.
okay,
Then you can
great.
steal an answer.
This is another broken part. This sucks. This part sucks. Just a heads up. Man. This is not fun.
For this round, of course, you have 15 seconds to answer. Rogue Robbin rules still apply, but now you have to answer. Since this is a mini boss, only a mini boss,
I hate this one.
it only has one phase. The name of this phase is Whose Voice Line Is It Anyway? I'm going to quote to you a voice line of a character. Your job is to tell me which character said this voice line. For this round, I'm only pulling characters from GTA 5. That is Grand Theft Auto 5. You can steal if a player gets this wrong. I'm starting with Andy. Andy, the quote is...
Okay, so I have to get this right.
You have to get this right.
Oh, man, dude.
The quote is, "You forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them."
That is Michael.
Andy says Michael. Michael is the correct
That is
answer.
the
That
one
is-
name Andy knows from GTA 5.
that is 20 points right there for
Oh.
Andy, tying him up
gee.
in first place with Greg. Greg,
I hate this game.
you're up next, Greg.
Yeah. No.
The quote is, "What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him, but I did kidnap his wife."
Trevor.
Greg says Trevor. Trevor is the correct answer. That is 20 points for Greg. Tim.
Like I don't work out enough for this kind of. I had the tunic and I've just been up there ever since. My heartbeat's been up here ever since.
Tim, your quote is, "Hipsters love saying they hate hipsters."
Franklin's all I got.
Tim says Franklin. Franklin is incorrect. Tim,
No.
you're losing all your points. Now, Tim loses his points, but it doesn't stop there because Andy and Greg, you guys have the option now to steal the answer from Tim. And I do have multiple choice
What?
options here.
Oh.
All right. Remember, if you get this wrong, you lose your points
Is
as
this
well.
a buzz in if we want it?
This is a buzz in, yes. So the quote is, "Hipsters love saying they hate hipsters." Is it A, Trevor? Is it B, Michael? Or is it C, Franklin? Is it A, Trevor? Is it B, Michael? Or is it C,
I mean, what
Franklin?
sucks is when you read that, I was like, it's not Franklin.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that we know that that was the only other option.
Yeah, yeah.
It was gonna
You
be a
have the
double
option
up.
not to answer. We can move on. I can just tell you the right answer.
I'm not gonna get into it.
I cannot.
I
no.
would have guessed.
Fucking bucks.
I would
He
have
wants to
guessed.
steal it from
I
me.
wanted to steal it so bad.
Well, technically, I wouldn't have let you steal it because it's not open to you. Because you already answered.
In
Oh.
your face, you little cheater, cheater, go eat
I'm
a
gonna-
pumpkin eater.
I'm just gonna like not. This isn't an official guess, but
Okay.
was it Michael?
I would have said Michael. Yeah.
Michael would have been the
Damn
correct
it.
answer if you said Michael.
I got in my head. I was like, he clearly has to be doing all three. And I had to stretch in there to get Franklin. You fucked me on this blast.
I did.
Yeah, when you said Michael was the only one I knew, I was like, bitch, I know
Listen,
Franklin. I know Franklin and Trevor.
People say I don't fuck Tim enough. So I had to put it in there. Barrett, give me the score recap.
Right now, the score is in last place, just losing the small amount of points he had. It is Tim Geddes for Team Orange with 0 points.
average,
In
not small.
second place, forever in second place, but can he get first because he's Roguelike Poppy? It is Andy Cortez for Team Purple with 80 points, and right now in the lead, but he could still lose it all. It is one Greg Miller for Team Blue with 100 points, but it's still anybody's game.
Before we move on, I want to tell you about patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can go and get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad-free. Greg, what is going on here?
Don't worry about me. I'm just picking one out for when we come back from break.
Okay, perfect. And speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
This episode's brought to you by Imperial. We've told you all how important it is to developers to wishlist games you're interested in on Steam. So if this game sounds cool to you, make sure that you wishlist it. In Imperial, you play as a mercenary sent to a distant planet to discover the mysteries of an ancient civilization. Powers unknown lie within the monolith, but those are no mere ruins, as an expedition has already ventured inside with only a few survivors. Why was it built? What powers reside within? Who is at the center of the monolith? All these secrets and more will be uncovered if you are brave enough to take on Imperial. Imperial features a unique blend of RPG systems and skill-based combat across 3 weapon archetypes: the acrobatic glaive, the defensive but devastating mace and shield, and the powerfully ranged cannon. With a deep ability system and extensive customization, every battle is an opportunity to refine and optimize your combat style. Form relationships with each of the few surviving expedition members who all have their own personal quest lines. Whether you choose to help or not can have drastic consequences for them. The monolith is guarded by powerful automatons, each with distinct attack patterns and weaknesses that demand precise execution and strategy to be victorious. Create your mercenary, enter the monolith, learn powerful abilities, defeat the automatons, and uncover the secrets that lie within Imperial. Imperial is available May 8th on PC, Xbox S and X, and PS5, but you can wishlist now. Do it! Wishlist Imperial. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Greg Miller has been loving how simple it is to enjoy his Factor meals as he's rushing between shows each day. I just saw Blessy eating some too. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Multiple people here at Kinda Funny have been loving their experience with Factor, and guess what? You can too. Get started at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They have hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or simply return worry-free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team are always there to have your back with personal and fast support. Y'all know I've been outside a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, go to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY to get 35% off polarized sunglasses.
And we're back, and we're out of the mini boss round and back into regular Rogue Robbin. And Greg has something to say.
Tim, it's a haiku. Those stars belong to Team Blue. Also, you eat poo.
Nice.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of poo-driven
Really good.
Maybe you should think
messages to
about your
myself.
breath.
Yeah.
Maybe poo breath Tim. What they called me.
Been eating ass all day.
Round
Thanks, sponsors.
number 11. It's another power-up round. Whoever succeeds in this round will not only get 10 points, but their choice of a power-up. This is a list countdown. I'm going to list entries in a top 10 list from 10 to 1. It is your job to buzz in and guess what the top 10 topic
We can still wipe on this.
is. What was it?
We can still wipe on
Yes.
this.
All the time.
Yeah.
Nobody buzz into like 2.
You can buzz in once per entry. However, if you guess wrong, you'll lose all your points. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 10. Coming in at number 10. Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
Leisure Larry.
I can see him.
I was seeing the squirrel the whole time.
Tim.
Most controversial games.
Incorrect. Coming in at number 9. Amaterasu from Okami.
I got answers, but I ain't saying them.
Tim.
Best animal lead in a video game.
I will give that to you. The answer is top 10 animal heroes in video games. That is from Watch
I would
Mojo.
have gotten it, but like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Tim, you have earned
Are
yourself.
you familiar with Watch Mojo?
Oh yeah, I love Watch Mojo.
Really?
Yeah.
I see the clip go around, of when
always Tom Holland.
Exactly, and Ned freak out about it. But I was like, is it a UK thing? I don't know.
No, yeah, no. I think it's like a strictly probably my age demographic.
Yeah,
people,
Watch Mojo was big for us in high school.
people from the ages of 28 to 31 fucking love Watch Mojo
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Kind of like Ghost Rider.
That was only
remember?
worth 10 points?
That was only
Yeah.
worth
Oh,
10
okay,
points.
cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we're
just-
out of the mini boss round.
Yeah.
But Tim, you could have a choice here. If you want, you can get 30 more points right now.
Pretty nice.
You could get 4 times the points for the next round, or you can open the secret
Let's go
chest
back in the
again.
box,
He's
right?
going
Like, what
back
do I
in
have
the
to lose at
box.
this point?
Roger, do me a favor and deliver this box.
It's just so
to Tim.
tempting. Thank you. And
Just a piece of shit.
He's opening it up.
oh,
Lights in his face. Oh, what's that, Tim? Can you describe what's in the box?
it's the old buzzers.
So that right there is what I like to call the anti-buzzer. What the anti-buzzer does, it allows you one time to buzz in for another player and force them to answer.
Oh, that's good.
Now that's power.
That's
baby.
fucking brutal.
That is power.
So have fun with that, Tim.
I will. Thank you. Would you like this back?
Tim currently is sitting on 2 items. He has the steal answer and the anti-buzzer, making him, even though he has the lowest points,
Yes.
he is in a very powerful position right now.
Tim, I'd like to point out everything I've ever done for you is just me celebrating you. Remember, that's what this all was about.
Round number 12. Epic Games is often known for having crossover content in their titles. However, before being acquired by Epic, Rocket League was ahead of the curve. At its launch on various platforms, Rocket League had crossovers that were specific to each platform it launched on, including Mario and Luigi cars for Nintendo Switch and Hog Sticker from Halo on Xbox. What was the
Sorry, what?
PlayStation Hog Sticker? Okay, I'm glad you don't know what that is either. I saw that on the wiki. I was like, all right, cool. I guess Hog Sticker's the thing. I think it's a car?
Well, the warthog is the car, so I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe they just called it the Hog
Maybe.
Sticker.
All right.
Maybe it's a
I
sticker.
appreciate the amount of research plus puts into this.
There's a lot of research that goes into
with
the overall thing. I'm not going to sit at my desk for 20 minutes figuring out what the Hog Sticker is. What was the PlayStation collaboration vehicle in Rocket League during its original launch? on PlayStation? What was the PlayStation collaboration vehicle in Rocket League during its original launch on PlayStation? Googling hog sticker.
Sounds like pot sticker.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hog sticker is
And
a
then
battle
I
car.
kind of spaced out halfway through.
What's the
So I
PlayStation?
thought he said hog sticker on Overwatch, and I was like, oh, Warthog or Roadhog, the character. but
No,
it was PlayStation.
based on Halo. So the Hog,
Halo.
this is me on the Rocket League wiki. Hog Sticker is a battle car released in February 17th, 2016, based on the Warthog from Halo. It is exclusive to Xbox One players in Rocket League. If nobody has an answer for this one, I'll give you the answer. The answer is Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
2011.
Mm.
I could envision Sly Cooper. So I wasn't gonna say anything, but that's what I was seeing. I was picturing.
Round number 13. The 2001 Volition-developed FPS game Red Faction released on PC and PS2 with a story taking place on Mars during a worker rebellion. The game devs touted Red Faction's premier feature being its geomod technology, which was short for what? What was geomod short for? I can see they kind of want to buzz in, but they don't want to buzz in at the same time. I love this game. I have a lot of fun making this, guys. Thanks for allowing me to do this.
This is great. You're just great content when we just sit here in silence.
Yeah. It looks like they don't want to answer.
I'm like,
I'll give you
how
the
much is it
answer.
worth?
10 points.
10 points.
Nah, I'm good.
So hold on.
Tim's thinking about it.
I could force Greg to answer now, right?
Sure. But you know that I do love this game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just
Again.
wondering. I'm not going to, but
Fair enough.
wondering.
You can make Andy do too if you want.
I know I could. I could.
I mean, Tim, we could barter something here.
I'm
You
sure.
could fuck over Andy, and then I'll cash in the star on him. You know what I mean?
The answer
Geometry modification.
is geometry modification.
I was
Now, did you
know-
guys know that and you're trying to bait Tim, or did you really?
I would have
like-
said geography.
I was in between geometry or geography.
Yeah, geometry modification. Of
Oh,
course.
geometry.
Geometry.
Yeah, okay, I would have fucked that up.
Yeah.
I was geography.
Of course, geomod lets you
Tear up the whole
tear up the
everything, the
environment,
walls, the
destructible
environment.
environments. You can use a rocket launcher to create caves in the walls and
And
shit.
here
That's
we
why they
are,
said
Donkey Kong ripping
That's
it
why they
off.
said Red Faction Gorilla.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Round 14. In 2004's GTA San Andreas, a popular scene features a character, Big Smoke, ordering from a drive-thru, asking for 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 cheese, and a large soda. What is the name of this fictional fast food establishment Big Smoke orders from? I love when I got easy questions for y'all. Y'all don't want to answer them.
not worth it, man.
Fucking scary, man. It's really scary.
If nobody's going to answer, I'll give you the answer. The correct answer there would be Cluckenbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Cluckenbell.
I just didn't want to risk it. 10 points, I guess.
I couldn't remember. I would have said Cluck and Bell, but I
Yeah.
think what's the burger one? There is a burger.
Burger shot.
Burger shot.
That's
yeah.
what I would have said.
Number 15. Like many modern consoles, the PlayStation Vita allowed functionality to take screenshots of your screen. What 2 buttons, when pressed together, allow you to take a screenshot on the Vita?
Good one. That's a good one. I like that a lot.
It looks like nobody wants to answer once again.
I
They
just
don't want
don't
to risk their
yeah,
points.
I'm not sure enough at all. I don't know anything.
The correct answer.
I have the muscle memory.
Do you want to say it without buzzing in?
PlayStation Start, right? Isn't it? Because it's the little oval PlayStation button down here, and then my Start button.
That
over
is correct. It would have been the PlayStation button and the start button.
Yeah.
Nobody gets
Or
points
circle
for that.
PlayStation.
I would have
round.
said the triggers at the same time.
Well, let's see if we can make
all the
things.
triggers and the sticks.
Let's see if we can make things more lively because round number 16, you've hit
Are
a
we done
challenge
yet?
room.
Can we end?
No, we're going to keep going.
Yo, we got 63 more to go.
The challenge room features a series of questions, all within the same category. Because nobody got the previous question correct, I'm going to put it to a vote on which category you guys want to do. The categories are Go Ninja Go or Know Your Gaming Meme. Greg, I'll have you vote first.
I'm gonna say memes.
Greg says memes. Andy.
I'll go Go Ninja Go.
You,
Really?
You always gotta go right.
Tim, you're the
against
deciding vote here.
Going memes.
We're going
I thought you could
with
ninja. Wow.
the
I'm not go
memes.
either, but yeah, I don't.
No, he's trying to.
Well,
It's a good strat.
Know your gaming meme. The rules are simple. Say the name. Well, I'm gonna
He
say
appears.
the name. Say the name. He appears. I'm gonna say the name of a video game meme. Your task is to buzz in and tell me which game that meme is spawned from. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 1. The cake is a lie.
thank God.
Tim.
Portal.
Portal is the correct answer. That is 10 points for Tim. Number 2. Press F to pay respects. That is Greg.
Call of Duty.
Which one?
No, fuck you. If he's allowed to say, just
Which one?
You just said Portal, which is a full video game. Here's the thing.
not that one. The okay, whatever.
Well, here for this one, I will accept Call of Duty as an answer unless somebody else can tell me which Call of Duty. Okay, nobody's got it.
I mean, risking it.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh, thank God I didn't risk it.
That is 10 points for Greg. Number 3. All your base are belong to us.
Oh man.
Picture it. Fuck.
You know what? Oh man. No, I can't risk it. I just can't risk it.
The correct answer there,
Commander Wing.
Zero Wing.
Okay, thank God.
Zero Wing.
Thank God.
I'm surprised you didn't use your red buzzer, your anti-buzzer there. Number 4.
I'd really like you to stop reminding him about it.
Ah, shit. Here we go again. That is Andy.
That would be
Don't fuck this up.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I'd like to steal that from Andy.
Tim is using his steal to steal that answer.
I'm sorry. It's strats. I have to do it, Andy. I have to do it.
And that answer is correct. That is 10 points for Tim Geddes.
I'm sorry.
Well played. Well played.
I need points from you to then kill his points and hope for the best.
You could have used the red buzzer last time and you'd be up 30-0. 20-0.
I'm still planning on that. You know what I mean?
That's so fucked up. That's
I
so
know.
fucked up.
It is. It is. It really
That's
is.
so fucked up.
Next up. Oof.
Oh, fuck.
Tim.
Roblox.
That is correct. That's 10 points for Tim.
It's a documentary you
damn.
had me watch.
I would not have said that. I was gonna go with the everybody like eviscerating Dragon Age Veilguard because it had oof as one of the
Oh yeah.
as one of the dialogue selections.
Tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat.
I gave him one to shape of the hats.
I said one of your tip of hats.
Thank
I
you.
don't have any to give. I'm
fair.
just doing it for you. I like being your sidekick.
You know what? I'm
sometimes.
going to give Andy a tip of the hat.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Next up. I used to be an adventurer like you, but Tim.
Skyrim.
That is
Elder
correct.
Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm giving you 10 points for that. Next up. Leroy Jenkins. Andy.
World of Warcraft.
That is correct. That's 10 points for Andy. Next up.
I gotta get off the bench. Like I'm letting so many go because I don't want to. Like, but then Andy's catching up.
I never
Tim's
asked for
gonna
this.
fuck me.
Again, I never asked for this.
How much of it do you need?
That's a good question. If you can, the same Call of Duty situation.
Deus
Miller.
Ex.
If somebody else can tell me which Deus Ex
I'll-
game is, or if you can tell me which Deus Ex game.
But are you gonna fuck me if I say the wrong one
Yes.
now? Okay.
Nobody else wants to give it. I'm gonna give it to you, Greg, for Deus Ex,
I would have done Mankind Divided.
and I would have fucked you because
Yeah,
it's Human
no,
Revolution.
Thank you. You're
La-
a benevolent god. Tip of
Thank
the hat
you.
to you.
I
Andy, I'm
appreciate
giving
it.
your tip of the hat.
Last one. Do a barrel roll. That is Tim.
Star Fox.
Star
64.
Fox is correct. It's 10 points for Tim. And that brings us out of the challenge room and back into regular trivia with round number 17.
Fucking Andy! Jesus!
In
Can there be a final round?
in Tom
It's 3
In Tom Clancy's The Division 2, various missions take you through landmarks of Washington, D.C. Early on, while based out of the theater settlement, you're able to take on main story missions in one of various museum locations in D.C. Tell me the name of one of these iconic D.C. museums. I just need one. Nobody wants
Please
to
don't do it,
give
Tim.
You fucker. You know. You're smarter than you look when it comes to weird shit like this. You probably went on some high school trip to Washington, D.C., went to some museum. You remember that shit.
He knows the second verse of that weird song in 1994.
Yeah, you know museums.
If nobody's gonna give the answer,
I mean, I know multiple.
Right.
Air and Space Museum.
Air and
There's
Space
a
Museum.
Dope ass one. The shuttle's there. You couldn't just hit the fucking button and get baited.
I
could
know.
you? Stupid.
That is
fuck.
Attention to
10
fallen.
points for
Where Jetfire came from.
the Air and Space Museum is fucking fire.
Yeah.
You also have the American History Museum, the Viewpoint Museum, and the Grand Washington Hotel. Round number.
Museum, though, right?
It's listed as a museum. I guess maybe that's not a museum. You're right. I guess that's literally a hotel. Whatever.
Stop playing magic while you build these questions. Wikipedia. All right. Put my mana down.
Number 18. Alucard is a character from the Castlevania series, first introduced in Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, and best known from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. He is the son of Dracula and is also a Damnfear, which means what? What is a Damnfear? Tim just hit the anti-buzzer. Tim, who are you buzzing in for?
I have to do it to Greg.
A damn fear is a daywalker.
What's a Daywalker?
He can go out. A vampire who can go out in the sunlight.
Barrett,
Come on.
I mean, I don't think I can take that. It might technically be true, but I don't know if that's direct as direct to the meaning. Half human, half vampire would be the answer. Roger, Barrett, Roger's saying no.
I looked up both just to see. In fiction, a daywalker refers to a vampire or half vampire who is not harmed by sunlight.
I understand that I'm arguing for myself, of course, but like remember, like the whole point of Blade, the daywalker, is that he's a half vampire, half thing. Yeah.
Bear, you said that it refers to either?
Daywalker could be a vampire or half vampire. Daywalker is specifically a vampire that can be in the daylight. A Damnfear is a mythical creature that is the offspring of a vampire and a human.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Not all half vampires, half humans can walk in the day.
Is that true?
No, he's making that.
Well, no, I would say not all daywalkers are half vampire, half human.
This fucking game.
You could have just said half and half. You could have just said half and half.
I mean, the way Barrett says
So yeah, it seems like our judges between me, Barrett, and Roger, I think we're all on a no.
Okay.
And so, sadly,
That's tough. That's real tough.
Did anyone expect this to go any other way?
That's really tough.
Did anyone expect this to go any other way?
that's a lot of points being gone.
That's
right
a lot
there.
of points.
Oh man,
That fucking treasure box is pretty clutch.
yeah.
It was. I'll take it. I'll
That's
say
so
that.
fucked up.
Do I agree with it? I'm not sure.
Thank you, Tim. Come here.
You know what I mean? But I will take it.
I feel like that's gonna be a controversial one anyway. Next round. There's still a lot of game left. Greg can still come
I
back.
mean, you have 62 rounds left to go.
Round 19. Developed by United Front Games, Triad Wars was set to be a multiplayer game set in Hong Kong where you could create a character, drive, shoot, and get into combat in an open world. Before cancellation, Triad Wars was set to be a multiplayer spin-off of which...
Sleeping
Greg
Dogs.
Miller. Sleeping Dogs is the correct answer. That is 10 points to Greg, getting him back in the game.
I'm just nipping at their heels.
Yeah, nip it at the heels.
Perfect.
Round 20.
Like, do you ever like stop and think about what you're saying? Like, it's really- round 20. See, SATs are fucking video game questions.
This would go quicker if y'all didn't vamp so much. You know what I mean?
It's
You
true.
got so much. You're reading your
true.
fucking notes at the beginning of the show. It's
Tim
supposed to be
Geddes,
40
a
minutes.
coward, fraud, and the reason for 9/11. You know what you did, Tim.
Wow. Wow.
Chicago will never forget.
I think he was like 10.
I definitely was, yeah.
Round 20.
Mr. Fleming's class.
Ms. Parao for me.
Yeah.
For me, it was
never
Mr.
forget.
Lash.
Ah.
Yeah, miss him.
Sleep in my dorm.
Miss him. Oh, no.
Velocity is the subtitle of a Game Boy Advanced entry of which Midway published racing game franchise known for its fast-paced gameplay and tracks based on real-world locations. I'll say that one more time. Velocity is the subtitle of a Game Boy Advanced entry of which Midway published racing game franchise known for its fast-paced gameplay and tracks based on real-world locations. It looks like nobody's got it. The correct Greg Miller.
I mean, what do I have to lose, right? Cruising USA velocity.
I'm going to give it to you. Cruisin' is the correct answer. That is
Thank you.
10 more points for Greg Miller.
Comeback season.
This is it. Smell it.
Which brings us to the final boss round. You guys are familiar with the rules. From here on, correct answers are worth 20 points.
We get in trouble for vamping, but they got a hole for the sound effect.
This is the first time I'm running this fucking show, Miller. You want me to take that Stars in the Bank away from you?
fucking just said it was Daywalker.
Yeah.
You could have had my back for once.
Could have, yeah.
I'm not asking questions to the group. These are tailored questions for each contestant. You guys are going to have 15 seconds to answer. Rogue Robbin's rules still apply, but now you have to answer. Since this is the final boss round, there are 2 phases. We're going to start with phase 1. Phase 1 is called Rated T for Trivia.
That's cute.
I'm going to read to you the ESRB description of content from a 2025 video game. These are games that have already released in 2025.
cool.
Your job is to guess what the game is. If you get it wrong, other players are allowed to buzz in and steal. However, I won't provide the multiple choice answers here. Contestants.
and
And they'll
these are
still lose
tailored?
points and stuff.
Yes.
Got it.
And these are tailored?
These are, you each are going to get one.
Okay.
We're
So
gonna
no
start-
buzzing in.
No buzzing in. Correct. Correct.
Oh my God, this is so stressful.
Let's start off with Greg Miller.
Hey, how you doing?
Greg?
You're in the basement.
This game is rated T for blood, crude humor, and violence. Players use swords, hammers, axes, and bows to defeat enemies in fast-paced melee-style combat. One cutscene depicts a large creature using a flatulence attack. Some creatures are depicted urinating and defecating in the environment.
Monster Hunter Wild.
Damn it.
Monster Hunter Wilds is correct. That is 20 points for Greg Miller. Andy?
And what year are these from?
This year.
2025.
This year, okay.
These are games that have released in 2025. And you're up next. This game is rated M for blood and gore, intense violence, nudity, strong language, strong sexual content, and use of alcohol. This is an action role-playing game in which players assume the role of a man on a quest for revenge against invaders in 15th century Bohemia. The game depicts some nude female characters with exposed buttocks and breasts.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2?
That is correct. That is 20 points for
Wow.
Andy
Good
Cortez.
job.
Tim, this game is rated T for blood and gore, crude humor, language, and violence. Combat is highlighted by cries of pain, blood splatter effects, and explosions. Boss battles also depict violence and or blood. A Hydra getting its head cut off with blood splatter effects, characters impaled. A handful of cutscenes depict crude humor, i.e. monkeys throwing feces at characters. The word shit appears in the game.
A lot from the back of the box.
Yeah, it is.
I see ESRB.
I know.
They got the whole thing on the website.
Can I hear it one more time?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, he's out of time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right. It is
yeah,
a time
yeah,
one.
yeah,
You're
I
right. It
hate
is a
this
time
game.
one.
All right.
You got nothing.
I mean, if I can give an answer, I'll just say first Berserker Kazan.
First Berserker Kazan is
There you
incorrect,
go.
and that brings her points
Damn,
down
That's
to
what I would
0.
have gone with.
Greg and Andy, you guys have the
Fucking
option to
monkeys.
steal. I don't have multiple choice options for you, but I'll read it one more time so you can hear. This game is rated T for blood and gore, crude humor, language, and violence. Combat is highlighted by cries of pain, blood splatter effects, and explosions. Boss battles also depict violence and or blood. A Hydra getting its head cut off with blood splatter effects, characters impaled. A handful of scenes depict crude humor, i.e. monkeys throwing feces at characters. The word shit appears in dialogue. You don't have to buzz in if you don't want to, but if you do, you can get 20 points by getting this correct. It looks like neither player is buzzing in. The correct answer is Split Fiction.
Oh.
That
Split
makes
So
Fiction.
much sense.
Yeah.
Which brings us...
No, I haven't played that in a while. Mike never texted back.
Mike
Yeah.
did that
Really?
too.
Yeah.
That's fucked up of them. That brings us to phase 2, our final phase of the game. It's called First Words. I have in front of me the first words uttered at the start of a video game. Your task is to tell me what these games are based on their opening spoken dialogue. If you get it wrong, you lose your points, and other players are allowed to buzz in and steal, and I will provide multiple choice options. We'll start with last place, which is Tim Geddes currently. Tim,
It's a traditional Tim question. It's a me Mario. You know what I mean?
When there is so much to tell, where should I even start? With all that we saw, what we heard, what we felt, this planet of ours, destiny, our part in it, best to start at the beginning, perhaps.
Oh my God.
Again, these are the opening words to a video game.
Say it one more
I
time.
really hope we have a 0 tie at the end.
Say it one more time.
When there is so much to tell, where should I even start? With all that we saw, what we heard, what we felt, this planet of ours, destiny, our part in it, best to start at the beginning, perhaps. I don't think that's showing up on screen.
The
What you're
message
showing.
just says Tim Tim Poo Poo.
Oh, this was whatever. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is incorrect. Andy, Greg, well, first of all, Tim, you're losing your points here. Andy and Greg have the option to steal. Your multiple choice options are A, Guardians of the Galaxy, B, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or C, Final Fantasy X. Andy's shaking his head. It looks like Greg doesn't want to
I
steal.
think I'm just gonna lose him the next time. Why lose him now when I can lose him after
Yeah,
this?
exactly.
I mean, I got to make moves. Well, I guess I don't technically have to, in case Andy fucks it up.
Oh yeah,
See, that's the thing.
I will.
But I saw you shut your eyes and shake your head when B came around, which makes me want to say B real bad. I got a B on the brain. I want to say B. Can I say B? Should I say B, Andy?
yeah.
Yeah.
gonna
What's
buzz
there to
in?
lose?
Oh, I have to buzz in to do it?
Yeah.
I'm
Greg.
going to say B.
That is correct. That is 20 points
Thank
for
you.
Greg Miller right there, putting him, again, back in the game. Next
Now I
up.
just need Andy to brick, and I have to fucking do something.
Well, Greg, you're up next here.
Fuck!
Greg, the opening for your game goes like this. This is 2-character dialogue. Character 1. Well, I reckon you didn't do it then. Character 2 responds. Character 1. You know, I've driven a bunch of fellas down to this prison. Lord knows how many. Usually is about now I get the I didn't do it.
But ladies and gentlemen, Lee Everett in The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1 did do it. Of course, we didn't know it was Season 1 when we said it. It was just The Walking Dead, the video game, Episode 1 on House. But this is Lee Everett. This is Dave Fennoy's character, too, right? Yeah,
That's a lot of detail, and I'm giving it all to you. That is 20 points for Greg Miller. The Walking Dead Season 1 is the correct answer.
Andy, please.
All you got to do is not fuck it up.
God, I hope
And you
it's
can get your first
Oh my God,
win of the
please,
season.
Andy.
That is you. That's not, Roger or Stella or somebody else. You know what I mean?
Buzzy. Don't ask a question from Doom 1994.
Hey, for the record, no matter what, Tim lost this one, which is great for me and Andy. But you all saw me pull a random one out. It's random every time. Hey, Tim, please tell Andy he is our favorite. XOXO, Carly and Tyler.
Oh,
Andy,
There you go.
you're my favorite
wow.
too.
Thank you.
I feel real bad for what I did to you earlier.
It's okay.
It doesn't really matter though.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You're still here.
What's 120 to 0?
Exactly,
and what's 110 to
yeah,
0?
yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, you ready?
I'm ready.
In the closing years of the Sengoku era, Japan. Sorry, let me say this again. In the closing years of the Sengoku era, Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict. The fires of war raged on, spreading deep to the mountains, to the land of blank. Blank is a spoiler, so I'm not saying it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima is incorrect.
No.
Tim and Greg, you have the option to steal. But
Oh my God.
really, I don't know if that's going to make a difference here.
Give the stars to Andy. Greg sucks. Skytech. Why are they all against? I'm random.
Why? Why are they against you?
All right, nobody's going to answer this question. The answer, Andy, Sekiro.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Shadows die twice.
Mm. God.
That, of course, brings your points to 0 since you got the wrong answer. Barrett, what's the final score?
The final score tied for last place. They just don't know how to game in roguelikes. It is both Andy Cortez for Team Purple and Tim Geddes in Team Orange, both coming in with a whopping 0 points and ending it today with the most amount of points. The true gamer of Kind of Funny. It is Greg Miller for Team Blue with 80 points.
Angry Greg voice. Tim, if you can't even show up for work, you don't deserve these stars, but Chicago still loves you.
Oh, you know what? I played Sekiro with the Japanese dubs. That's what, yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it
That's
was.
exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
Barrett has up here the star tracker, of course, coming into this episode. Team Orange was dominant with 6 stars. Team Purple had 1 star, and Team Blue had 3. Of course, Greg's performance this episode brings Team Blue up to 4 stars.
This is humongous.
Yeah.
Because now when I cash in stars in the bank before the next episode, because I have to apparently,
Before the end of the season.
when I do that, I get 3 stars. That puts me in the lead. I have 7 stars. That's fucking
You
huge.
keep implying 3 stars.
That's what you said. That's what
I
Carl
don't
said.
think I ever said 3 stars. Technically, if you get 1 star, that puts you at tied with Tim.
Yeah, but with the 3, I go to lead.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know if I
it's
ever said
not.
that.
6 of...
You have 6. Greg has 4 right now.
If he gets 1.
If he gets 1 of your stars,
Oh,
that brings you down to
shit.
5. That would bring Greg up to 5.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, there'll be a bunch of stupid categories.
That's the thing is stealing a star is more.
bomber jacket.
God, give it to me.
We'll
please.
figure it out when we get there. Ladies, gentlemen, MBs, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us during this episode of Game Showdown, your nerdy trivia show. We'll be back next time with the season finale. There's not an episode coming out next week. Right now, we have planned the week after next week will be the finale episode, so tune in for that. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Tune it.